If you want to radically transform your life and take your health to the next level, click on my Breath is Life course below. This will optimize your breath as well as your meditation. And I'll see you after the video. Hey guys, Troy Casey, super psycho chicken of cyberspace here on planet Earth. Wishing you guys a great day. All right, holy smokes, what are we talking about today? Oh my God, there's a presidential election coming up and people are losing their cookies. Who are you gonna vote for, Troy? Anything but Trump. Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, oh my God, black woman in somewhere around the White House, or, you know, we've progressed and people aren't even looking at the characters of these people and they're, oh my God, it's a mess. So Troy Casey's got the solution. As you guys well know, I'm running for president of planet Earth 2020. Subjugate the whole process. I win, it's not even a category. But what's my platform, you ask? What is this guy up to? Is he just a certified health nut? What's he really doing? Well, my platform's very simple. Raise human consciousness and change all systems. I know that's a little controversial because we're all spending our petrodollars and we're all burning gasoline, which is an antiquated fuel source. So that's a hard thing to really come up with, people, especially because we're in an industrial age school system too, and we're in a medical industry with the insurance industry and the pharmaceutical industry and the chemical company industry and the weapons manufacturing company industry, and that's kind of the way things are going. So I'm not saying we can't have that. I'm the politician that goes for win, 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 win. Everybody gets to win. And Buckminster Fuller said, you never fight the old system, you design the future, right? Don't waste your time fighting the system. It's rotten to the core anyways. It's gonna die. We gotta get out here and create, what do we all want? Human beings want peace, right? Peace on earth. So all right, let's just call that forward. No different from the Wright brothers wanting to fly like an eagle, right? Steve Jobs wanted to put a handheld computer in everybody's hand, communication, instant communication all around the world, right? These were the ideas in the man before they became manifest in the flesh, right? We always have to remember, those are the rules of alchemy. That's true magic. You got to get up here in the idea first. So my vision is clean air, water, soil, and equitable systems for all of mankind in my lifetime. My solutions that are attainable, sustainable, available now are free energy, gift economy, permaculture, and self-care education. Self-care education, if I start taking care of my real estate, I treat myself like a Rolls-Royce Ferrari that it is, and I polish that up and I take care of it and I get good sleep. I'm naturally going to take care of the environment around me the best and make sure that I'm building with other aspects of the community to make sure that we have a clean environment that's hospitable for human species biology, right? So we need air, we need water, soil, and the soil grows the food. So those things are pretty essential, and we did a pretty good job poisoning it, so it's a good idea to bring that to the table. And again, politics is full of corruption. It's full of sweetheart deals. It's full of career politicians. Maybe they've been blackmailed on Jeffrey Epstein's island. I don't know. I don't know what happened there. You don't even see it in the news, but a little bit. And then the guy killed himself. And then there was a bunch of blackmail, and Bill Clinton's been over there. And I've been protesting for 20 years about the wars, and nothing gets done. And I've been talking activists on food activists and Monsanto and their chemicals, and they were the manufacturer for Agent Orange and napalm, and they put that technology into the herbicides for your GMO corn that everybody's eating and creating 75%, obesity. So this goes, I did my protests. The politicians, the people, they weren't representing me. They were talking about all these moot emotional points that we now see right now, right? Race riots, let's defund the police, what other kind of weirdo communist Marxist ideas have come into the idea sphere? And again, that's that. I'm subjugating that whole process and running for president of planet Earth 2020. All right, so here, and how are we gonna do that? So speaking it into existence, no different from the Wright brothers wanting to fly like an eagle. thought, word, action manifests in the flesh. The rules of alchemy you have to have in your mind before you can have it in your hand. And you can create anything. We are imbued with the power of the Creator. So let's just face facts, because Wright brothers, Steve Jobs, basically anything that you see in the world that is not nature was made in the mind of man first. So I say this is all possible. Peace is what we want in our heart, and I'm calling it forth. The issue with oil is it's an antiquated system. It is polluting the water. All the petrochemical byproducts are in our soil. They use it with pesticides and herbicides to stick to the plants. They put the petrochemical byproducts in pharmaceutical drugs. We have plastics that are choking off, so the list goes on. So it's time to upgrade that system. I burn oil. I am responsible for this world. I use I use plastic. I'm part of the problem. Therefore, I am part of the solution. But we must come clear first and then speak into existence our solutions. One of those solutions is self-care education. I take care of myself. I use less plastic. I purchase things that are good for myself, which are naturally good for the earth. I support other companies to proliferate as opposed to what we have now. But we also have to talk about money, because the money is attached to the petrodollar, and the money is a fictitious idea. It's a fiat currency, and study the history of fiat currencies, you don't see them lasting forever. So that's a good clue to recognize. Plus you see that they're printing money. There was only $660 billion in the Fed in 2006, and now there's over $4 trillion, and since this coronavirus, whatever world awakening we're going through, I think there's a few other trillions. And the difference between $1 billion and $1 trillion is a pallet full of $100 bills and a football field full of pallets. That's $1 trillion. So all that paper into our economy, what does that do to your paper in your pocket or in your bank account? It makes it worth less, literally and figuratively. So it's all a game. They're just playing with it. And it's based since 1973 on the OPEC, on the petrodollar. I think it was Nixon that took us off the gold standard. So our money has no intrinsic value. So recognize that. And in the meantime, the central bankers that have been funding both sides of the war since Napoleon are also funding and co-opting the military-industrial complex of the United States of America and going and fighting all these proxy wars and these oil wars from the Sudan and Ethiopia to Iraq, Afghanistan. We're always fighting with people that have oil. Venezuela, Libya. Hello? Who voted for the people that did Libya? You should really look at what happened. That's crimes against humanity. It's not democracy or anything else. That's co-opting the American military and utilizing it for a proxy war to shut that place down, and now there's human slavery in that place. Let's call a spade a spade. Quit bullshitting ourselves, people. I mean, let's be honest. So on the chopping block, or for the upgrade, or calling forth free energy, no different from Tesla was already talking about it. Early 1900s, free energy, zero-point technology. The physicists in the 80s were working with cold fusion, and John Harrison was melting steel blocks at room temperature. So the potential already exists. The idea is already there. It's just that the oil conglomerates, which are now the banking conglomerates, they kind of control things. So you got to open up your mind a little bit to really understand what's going on. You think, oh, I'm just some armchair quarterback. No, I traveled the world. I've been around the world 15 times. I worked in the Amazon as a medicine hunter. I saw them cutting the rainforest down. I read the statistics. I worked with the environmental companies. Jacques Cousteau Society did filming on the company I was working with. I mean, real deal stuff, real solutions, but people are so blocked they can't see it because we're burning the oil and we're using the petrodollars to perpetuate everything, and we're blind to it all. Free energy, calling it forth, no different from the Wright brothers wanting to fly like an eagle. It can be done. You can't tell anyone that can't be done, because I'll show you 10 people that have done it easily, that have changed our lives many times over. The gift economy. The Zulu nation in Africa calls it Ubuntu. Ubuntu means contributionism, where brothers and sisters give their gifts. We all have natural genius, natural gifts. The thing is we're all educated to chase paper through the industrial school system for industrial jobs. They don't teach you how to be an entrepreneur. I've been training entrepreneurs for 15 years. They don't teach you to think for yourself and to get out there and make your own loot. So, the gift economy. Some people like to cook food. Some people like to grow food. Some people like to eat food like me. Some people like to take care of kids. Some people like to make kids like me, right? And so everyone's got their own unique gifts. Most people are afraid of public speaking. I have zero problem with that, right? That's actually the #1 fear of the human being. So you ever go to your favorite concert and you see your multi-million selling album, Kanye West or whatever, Taylor Swift or whoever your favorite person is out there, you'd literally give the shirt off your back because they make you feel so good, right? That's the gift economy, right? That person already has all the money in the world, but you just want to give them anything, right? And this is beyond barter. This is beyond hoarding gold and Bitcoin, because I think Bitcoin is probably a little bit jaded. Unless they get, whatever system is completely equitable, that anybody can plug in and do what they want, not welfare state, right? Any system that's created like that, I do believe is an upgrade from what we have right now, because I believe that what we have right now is a debt slave system. And anyone who disagrees with that went to college, how's your student debt doing, right? So how's your credit card debt if you're a parent or, father of 2 kids or 3 kids or whatever? How's your credit card debt, right? So really look at this a little bit, on a larger scale. We can pull off the gift economy. Star Trek didn't have, I know that's fiction, but Star Trek didn't have money. And Peter Diamandis is talking about a world beyond money. He's a futurist, and he works with Tony Robbins and Elon Musk from Tesla. So he's no schlep to business, and this guy's already saying we're going to be in a post-capitalistic world in the next 10 years. So I'm not the only, hippie person like spiritual woo-woo talking about this. There's actually guys in business that are talking about this. And then if you want to tap into a little bit of the spiritual woo-woo, I recommend listening to Michael Tellinger talk about the free energy sites that he found in South Africa and his whole idea around Ubuntu and a world beyond money. There are other people thinking with this, right? So turn off the TV and all the fear porn that you're watching and know that solutions are there. The solutions exist. They're in your heart. They're totally in your heart. So gift economy I covered. Permaculture, food's free. You drop a seed in the ground and there's all sorts of horticulturists and people that discovered in permaculture, if you grow the right weeds around it and you have the proper birds and the bees and the bugs and everything that eat and act as natural pesticides. For example, tobacco is an incredible pesticide. Neem oil is an incredible pesticide. You can use these natural plants to grow food forests. You plant them and they fruit forever, right? Or maybe there's a little maintenance, maybe there's a little setup, but the world's abundant, guys. That's what we got to remember. The world is abundant. So self-care education, that's self-explanatory. I take care of my side of the street, my real estate. Naturally, I'm going to look around my community and I'm going to want to make sure that they're good too, because I don't want them polluting my water and soil and all that other stuff. So I'm going to work with my community to kind of raise the consciousness. And then, of course, I'm connected to the whole earth. That's why we're talking about politics right now. We're talking about geopolitics because it's the I, the we, the all. Once you activate yourself, you realize you're connected to everything else. And it's your responsibility, especially as a man, it's your responsibility to do something, right? Not just complain about what politicians are in office, right? Stand up, stand for something, and do something. Start inching your way. The most important thing that you can do is become healthy. Because when you're healthy and clear and strong, you're dangerous. When you think the right thoughts, when you're clear, you're not programmed by other people's thoughts, and that's a lot of work, because I was programmed as a kid. Watched thousands and thousands of hours and days of television when you boil it all down to it. I was in industrial school system, but the good thing about me is I got kicked out of every school I ever went to unless I was paying for it. And so I didn't want to hear that authority. I didn't listen to what I didn't want to listen to. I've always kind of danced the beat of my own drum, for better or for worse. I'm not saying I'm better than anybody. Paul Chek was a 9th grade dropout, and he's probably the smartest guy I know on the planet. So I think there's something to be said to not having the full education. And then I did go to college as well, but the dismantling of that is not easy, guys. Psychedelics and ayahuasca is legal in Peru and Brazil. That's where I take people down in Peru and Costa Rica. Psychedelics, hypnosis, and Vipassana meditation. Vipassana meditation is 10 days in silence. Most people balk at that idea. Fine, go for the hypnosis. Obviously, my wife is doing amazing. She's booked for months. But the fact of the matter is hypnosis will get it. You can get free hypnosis off of YouTube. You want to work on anything, just Google it on YouTube, get some binaural beats, download it so you're not connected to your Wi-Fi, fall asleep to that night, and I guarantee you do. I did my money game when I got divorced. I programmed on my money game, and sure enough, it worked. And so, because a real man knows that even though I want a gift economy, I'm living in this economy right now, this reality. So it's up to me to be extremely strong, influential, and powerful in this economy so I can call forth change. And so I hope that explains my presidential standpoint and who I'm voting for. So have a great day.